Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic in thermal properties of matter, and that is thermal expansion. Basically, if we talk about the thermal expansion, then there are various things which came in our mind. That what is thermal expansion and how this phenomena is going to be happen. See, it is very simple. When we talk about the thermal expansion, it simply indicates that something is expanding with the help of temperature. Means if we are raising the temperature of a body, then it is going to expand, and that phenomena is known as thermal expansion. On the other hand, when we remove heat or when we drop the temperature of a body, then it starts contracting. Then it is called the thermal contraction. It means there are two phenomena involving temperature. One is thermal expansion when we raises the temperature, and other is thermal contraction if we drop the temperature. Now see, in our this slide we have given some examples. See, first is expansion of solids. See, actually, when we raises the temperature of any body, so it may be solid, it may be liquid, it may be gas. So thermal expansion is valid for all the three states of matter, that are solid, liquid, and gas. So if in case of expansion of solid, here we have given an example. Like a bottle with a metallic lid is difficult to open. When we place this lid in hot water, it slowly expands, making it easy to remove from the lid or from the bottle. It simply means we are having a bottle in which lid is tightly bounded, but if we put this bottle in a warm water, then 100% some temperature would be raised, and the it makes the bottle to remove the lid very easy. In our next example, we have given expansion of liquid. In expansion of liquid, the mercury in a thermometer rises when placed in warm water and falls to normal as it taken out. It is very simple to understand that when we put the mercury in the warm water, its temperature rises. So mercury in the thermometer get rises. And if we taken out it from the warm water, then 100% temperature would be dropped and the mercury would came to its original position. In our next example, we have given expansion of gases. See, there is an example, a balloon partially immersed in a warm water expands, and when the balloon is fully immersed, it shrinks. So that is something which is called the expansion of solid, liquid, and gases. Now we will specifically study about the expansion of solids. First we will learn about the expansion of solids, then we would learn about the expansion of liquids, and then after we would learn about the expansion of gases. So first of all we are going to study the thermal expansion of solids. It means कि when we raises the temperature of a solid body, how it behaves with this temperature we will study in this slide. So simply what is thermal expansion? Here we are having a definition. So actually whatever phenomena we have seen in our previous slide, that is these changes occur due to thermal expansion 100%, and so thermal expansion is the change in the dimension of a body due to change in temperature. Like it's very easy to understand that when we changes the temperature, its molecule expands. When its molecule expands, so 100% its dimension is going to change. So it is written as, so thermal expansion is change in the dimension of body due to change in temperature. Like in a next slide we are going to study about the thermal expansion of solid. See, there are three type of thermal expansion takes place. There are three type of thermal expansion. One is called the linear expansion. One is called the linear expansion, other one is area expansion, and third one is volume expansion. Third one is volume expansion. Now see, what is linear expansion, what is area expansion, and what is volume expansion, that we need to understand. See, it is very easy to understand all these three expansion. How we will understand this expansion? See, in our this slide, it is there are three diagrams which has been given. One is there is a rod, in other one there is a cube, and sorry, actually it is a square, and in third diagram we have given with the cube. See here the original length is L, here the original area is A and original volume is B. If we are going to change the temperature, for suppose we have changes the temperature of the body, and if we changes the temperature of this square, and if we changes the area, or we say changes the temperature of this cube, what will happen? Simply what we have studied in our last slides, that if we are going to change the temperature, then thermal expansion will happen, and thermal expansion is simply the change in dimension due to change in temperature. So it simply means it simply means that when we are going to change the length of the body, for suppose we are having this rod as we have given in the slide as well, this rod having the length L. For suppose we have raised the temperature, and this length is at temperature T. Now we have raises the temperature of this rod by the temperature delta T. There is a small change in temperature, and if we have changed this temperature by a little amount of heat, then there will be expansion in length. It means its length would be increased by the value delta L, because the change in temperature is small, so change in length will be also small. So here we can see that original length was L and change in length is delta L. So this is called the linear expansion. Means if there is change in length, if there is a change in length on raising the temperature of the body of a rod, then simply it is called the linear expansion. On the other hand, we have given in our slide that there is a square, and this square having the area A at temperature T. Now what we are doing? We are doing is simply that we are raising the temperature of that square, and if we are going to raise the temperature of this square, then 100% its area will be changed, and if we are raising the temperature of that square by a very small amount delta t, then its area would change would be delta A, because a small change in temperature will gives the small change in area. So it is called the area expansion, because area is expanding. So it is very easy to understand. If the length is changing, it is linear expansion. If area is changing, it is area expansion. Now in our next slide we can see that there is a change in volume. So if there is a change in volume, we can say that we were having a cube. This is the cube what we have, and if we are changing the temperature, if we are changing the temperature, this is the volume V at T, and if we are changing the temperature of this cube, then 100% there would be a small change in volume at delta T. So actually this is called the volume expansion. So I think it is very easy to understand all these expansions, because when we talk about the linear expansion, it is change in length. If we talk about the area expansion, it is change about area, and if we talk about the volume expansion, then it is simply the volume expansion. It means volume is changing. So whatever the name suggests, the same change is happening with the body. Now see, in our next slide what we are going to learn, it is coefficients of expansion. See, if we talk about the linear expansion, if we talk about the area expansion, and if we talk about the volume expansion, all these three expansion happens when there is change in temperature. All these expansion has take place when there is a change in temperature. So how we are going to study all these thermal expansion? Let's see. In case of linear expansion, we have seen that when there is a change in temperature, length would be increased. So this increased length is depends on some factors. This change in area depends on some factor, as well as this change in volume is also depends on some factor. So we need to understand all these factors and their dependency. See, in the case of rod, the change in length is depends upon the original length. Means the more the original length, more will be the change. The change in length is directly proportional to the change in temperature. That is simply, it simply means there is a more change in temperature, more change in length we can see. Now, if we are going to combine these relations like L into delta T, what we will have after removing the proportionality sign, we are going to have a constant, that is alpha L delta T, and this alpha is nothing, it is simply the coefficient of linear expansion. This alpha is simply the coefficient of linear expansion. Actually, the value of coefficients gives us idea that how the change occurs. Means, if we talk about the alpha, coefficient of linear expansion, it suggests that how much length is changed on rising the temperature by unit degree. In the same way, we are going to study about the other coefficient, that is the coefficient, that is our next coefficient, this which is called the coefficient of volume expansion. Now what we will learn in the coefficient of volume expansion. Before learning the coefficient of volume expansion, let us understand what is the coefficient of area expansion. As we have seen in case of linear expansion, alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion. In the same way, we are going to find the coefficient of area expansion. How this coefficient of area expansion is going to be, let us see. See, change in area is A. We have seen that change in area is A on rising the temperature. On rising the temperature, so this change in area is directly proportional to the original area. It means more the area, more the change. And delta A is also directly proportional to the delta T. It means more the change in temperature, more the change in area we are going to have. And delta A is directly proportional to A delta T. We have just combined these two equations. And after removing the proportionality sign, we always have a constant in our physics, that is beta. Here we will have a constant beta. In the case of linear expansion, we were having alpha, and in case of area expansion, we are having beta as a constant. So BA delta T, and here beta is the coefficient of area expansion. What it suggests? What it suggests? It simply suggests that the change in area in unit degree rise in temperature. Now, in this slide, we have given the volume expansion. Let us see that what is volume expansion over here. See, there is a cube which volume was initially V, and when we have changes the temperature by delta T, there is a change in volume, and that change in volume is delta V. So, fractional change in volume, we can see delta V upon V. Actually, fractional change, it means that what was the original volume and what change we have done by raising the temperature of the material corresponding to change in temperature delta T, and the coefficient of volume expansion is denoted by this, and actually it is the alpha V, it indicates the volumetric coefficient. We can use some other symbols as well, that is gamma, which I have written in many places. So see how this happen. Delta V, change in volume, is directly proportional to the original volume first of all. Now see, and in the same way, the change in volume will also directly proportional to the change in temperature. And after combining these results, we are going to have this relation like this as we had in previous cases. And delta V, while removing the proportionality sign, we are going to have an equal sign, and it would give us gamma as a proportionality constant V delta T. Now see what this gamma indicates. This gamma is nothing, simply the coefficient of volume expansion. So see what these coefficients indicates, that I already told you that all these coefficients simply tells that how much change has been done with the rod or square of the cube while changing the temperature of any body by the unit degree. So if we know that how much change is there with the rising the temperature up to 1 degree, then we can calculate this change at any temperature. and it helps us to decide the construction of many things. For example, in case of linear expansion, we have seen many examples. Railway tracks, while joining the railway tracks, there we always used to provide some gap while tightening up, while making the wire to connect with in the pole. We lose lose it to some extent. Why we lose that wire to some extent? Why we used to provide some gap between the railway tracks? There is a reason. Because in the summer season the temperature is high, in winter season temperature is low. So when it is in summer season, the gap expands. In the winter season, gap contracts. So this the to happen this phenomena of contraction and expansion, particularly this kind of gap is provided in between the railway tracks. On the same way, we used to make the wires little bit loose in the pole, because in the summer season it expands and in winter season it contracts. So wire cannot be break with this contraction and expansion. For making it happen, we used to just wire little bit loose in the pole. So this is something we have learned about the expansions. And then the same way, expansion of solid, see in this slide what we have given in this slide, wait a minute. Okay, so in this slide we have given that some coefficients of the different materials. We can see that coefficient of thermal expansion for the aluminium metal is 2.5, for the brass metal it is 1.8, for the iron metal it is 1.2, and in the same way we have given the coefficient of some different materials over here. So we can